All right, let's get into it. Yeah. So obviously, if you're here watching this, like you guys know, I'm staying on Twitch again. Yeah. I mean, for those that don't know, I started streaming when I was 17. I was a senior in high school. I was a little baby. I was a fetus. A senior in high school, you don't know anything. You have 2.5 IQ points, and they're fighting. They're fighting each other. They really are. So it's been over 8 years. 8 years of streaming on Twitch. And I just re-signed again with Twitch. And I think you guys know enough about like streaming wars and this and that. But let's just get into the juice of it all. Let's be honest. Every time I say let's be honest, I feel like I'm going to make like a lesbian comment, but that's not what I mean. I do make those a lot, but that's besides the point. Where was I going with this? Right. Contract stuff. I think most of you guys know that at this point in my career and considering the things that I like to do, I likely was not going to make the move to a Facebook mixer, etc. type of deal because I just enjoy content creation a bit too much. And I think the two most viable platforms currently are Twitch and YouTube, which then begs the question, why would I choose Twitch over YouTube? So chat, why do you guys think I did that? So the last time that I signed with a platform, I think I mentioned this, I went with Twitch even though Twitch offered me less money than other platforms. This time around, I was pretty happy with my Twitch deal and I appreciate them for that very, very much. But the reason I chose Twitch over YouTube is just because I can't get enough of that good Twitch chat. You guys are right there. Yeah, you and you. Sometimes not, some of y'all wilding a little bit, but it's genuinely because of you guys. Like, I will say YouTube has come a long way, and I think YouTube is a viable streaming platform for people who already have a community and a channel built up, but there's just no community like the Twitch community. As I said, I've been streaming on Twitch since I was 17. It would be hard to say it doesn't feel like home. It really does. Like, I feel like I have an impact on the Twitch community. I feel like you guys are like my people. Not just you guys, but other Twitch streamers. Like, it really feels like you're a part of something. And you can kind of tell because although you can stream on YouTube and get like a good amount of viewers and et cetera, I don't feel like there's like a streaming community on YouTube. Is that just me? Would you guys agree, disagree? I feel like there are streamers there, but a lot of them, if anything, interact more with the Twitch community because we have more interaction built into the website. But I guess, you know, that's not a bad thing. Like, it's hard for YouTube to do it all. But also, from like a business standpoint, signing with Twitch allows me to still have a presence on all platforms. Like, I don't feel restrained in any way, but if I were to have signed with YouTube, then I would basically have no presence on Twitch anymore. That doesn't mean I wouldn't have like a community or a fan base or wouldn't be able to further grow my, you know, my followers or subs or whatever, but you lose a presence on Twitch. And the only way to really get that if you're streaming on YouTube is to constantly be involved with people that are on Twitch. Ludwig is a great example for this. I follow Lud on Twitch and I follow him on all platforms, I'm pretty sure. And I felt like I always kind of knew what he was up to when he was streaming on Twitch because I would check in every now and then. But now that he's been streaming on YouTube, yeah, his numbers are great. And I mean, obviously it was a good move for him because he's doing great. But on YouTube, I don't really watch streams. I watch like vlogs and I listen to lo-fi music. The only stream that's recommended to me on YouTube is Lo-Fi Girl. So because of that, although, you know, I'm glad he's happy with the move and he's doing great, I personally like don't know as much about what he's up to unless he's doing things that I would be like really close to. For example, Ray is really ingrained in our friend group and she plays with us all the time, this and that. So I always know what she's up to in that regard. But that's because, you know, she's there. For Ray, I mean, I go out of my way to watch Ray, but it's just because like my specific algorithm, like what I watch on YouTube is pretty far away from gaming things. But that's why I wanted to ask you guys about it, because I thought maybe mine or my algorithm is different than other people's. But for me, that's how it is, yeah. Also, YouTube chat just is not the same as Twitch chat. Not that there's anything like bad about them. It's just not the same, and it goes really fast. And I can read pretty I've been streaming 8 years. I would say I could read pretty fast, but even then, I'm just glad read this then. See, I read it. Yeah, like you know, there's kind of the meme about YouTube chat. I think ultimately, for me, streaming, ever since I started streaming and even to this day, it's always been so much more about the interaction with chat than it is about me like putting on a show. Like if I couldn't read what you guys were saying, I would feel so awkward and I would just leave. That's why I don't record too many videos specifically for YouTube. Like I much prefer talking to you guys, interacting, seeing the memes, seeing how you guys generally feel, answering questions. Like that interaction is fucking everything for me. So a lot of these things are the reason why, you know, today I choose to re-sign with Twitch over YouTube. But that's not to say that YouTube won't, you know, make positive changes in their platform, and we'll see where it's at in a year or two. But I also actually do feel like YouTube's live streaming tools and platform are fine. Like you can live stream on it, but I don't know how they can create a larger feel of a community. And you know what? Maybe that's just not what YouTube is going to be for. Maybe YouTube is going to be known for like reaching a wider audience, and Twitch will always kind of be like a more tight-knit, like medium-sized audience. I don't know. Trying to see yeah, you guys kind of know what I'm talking about, right? Also, personally speaking, my personality type, I care a lot about kind of like my status within a community, within a friend group. And I really care about upholding that in a sense. And I think I would just much rather be someone who is significant in the Twitch community, kind of like being a big fish in a small pond versus being a medium-sized fish or an even bigger fish, but in the fucking ocean. Like I like where I stand within this community and this platform. And so it would be really hard for me to give that up. And I think I would need to be able to see like really, really large brand value potential on another platform in order to do that. But right now, I feel so lucky. I can stream on Twitch. I can post on YouTube. By the way, okay, speaking of, I've been taking these 7 days to recharge and think about all the things that I want to do. I'm going to be posting, hopefully, way more on my YouTube. I want to post videos like this of me just talking every like 3-ish days or something, just updating people. Like more just chill vibes up on YouTube, not things that have to be heavily edited for like a week. Yeah, more just like stream content. And hopefully that'll be fun. I'm logging in. So, whew, for those that y'all saw it. me and you both saw it, right? So over the last couple weeks, there's been this huge online drama beef thing, I don't even know what to call it, between me and another creator named JiDion. I have nicknamed him Dijon Mustard, if you've ever heard me talk about him. Essentially, he hate rated me a few weeks ago, and his community continued to harass me for weeks thereafter. And it was a bit of like a complicated situation, so I'm not going to get into it. Long story short, what happened was it was like 2 or 3 weeks after the initial hate raid and him getting banned off Twitch. And people were still like, people from his community or people that just hate me, maybe not even his community, were still like posting a lot of mean stuff about me publicly. And some of them were taking it really far. I don't want to say exactly what they were doing because that's giving them attention and it's promoting something really bad, but they were doing something really, really bad. And JiDion actually noticed and he commented and he told them to stop. He was like, delete this, like this is really bad, don't do this, blah, blah, blah. And I had seen that post and I saw that he commented telling them to stop. And I was like, oh, that's nice of him. He really doesn't have to do that. At this point, things have kind of blown over for him and people, there's just like residual harassment towards me. So he really had no benefit in going out of his way to tell them to stop bothering me. So when I saw that he did that and those people did remove their comments and stuff, I reached out to him on Twitter. I mean, okay, actually I had him blocked. So I unblocked him on Twitter and then I DM'd him. I DM'd him and I said, oh, like, thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. So I unblocked him and he said, oh, you're welcome. Sorry that people are still like bothering you. And then he was like, would you be down to talk on Discord? And I said, well, I guess why not? I'm not gonna lie, part of me, low-key, was like, maybe he's just using this so he can film something and then post it and like clown on me. But the fact that he told people to leave me alone for no real reason, kind of gave him a little benefit of the doubt, like some credit in my eyes. So I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it. So we hop on a call and oh my God, we talked for like an hour or more. It was actually really nice. And we kind of just got to a point where we understood things from each other's perspectives. He apologized profusely about the things that happened. I don't think he anticipated for it to snowball as much as it did and for it to get as bad as it did. Like, I think in his eyes, he was kind of just making a joke, and I explained to him why those jokes are not really good to make. And he seemed to really understand. And I felt like he was genuinely trying to just like move past things. And he was like, I can tell that this has affected you a lot, and I'm sorry for that. It's not the kind of person that I want to be. Like, I know that there's a lot of, I don't know, people that make hateful videos or like commentary videos, but it's just shitting on people, et cetera, et cetera. And he was like, that's not the kind of person that, like, that's not my main objective. That's not my goal. And yeah, he was really nice to me. He was apologetic. Also, he's 21. I know he looks like 35, but he's 21. So I was like, oh my God, you're a fetus. Thank you for apologizing. And I know, guys, I know. 21, bro. Yeah. Anyways, hold up. Let me tell Sid to get on Valorant real quick. I thought he was 30 as well. So I was like, he knows what he's doing. And he's like, no, I'm 21. He really only got traction online in the last like half a year. So I'm like, oh, like, you're young. You're literally 4 years older. I'm not saying I'm old. I just know that when you're 20 or 21, like, you're young, bro. You're young. And I'm 25 and I'm still like, I still got some shit to learn. But even then, I can recognize, like, I can try to be the more mature, bigger person in a sense. And as long as he seemed genuinely remorseful and he was sorry for what happened and what he did, I was like, oh, well, I would rather turn this into a good thing than leave it as a bad thing and like carry hate or resentment towards each other. And I think the thing about my call with JiDion that made the biggest difference was that, you know, he's not the first person to shit on me publicly and then privately hit me up and be like, oh, sorry about that, by the way. Didn't think it would, you know, get so crazy. And I explained to him, I was like, that I appreciate it, but it doesn't really make me feel any better, and it doesn't fix all the damage that's been caused and the fact that people are still harassing me because of what you did to this day. And it's been like 3-4 weeks, you know? Shit like that is what really, it's just too much. And when I explained that to him, he was probably the first person who was like, no, I totally get it. And it's not okay. And I'm going to try to help you fix that. Or like, I'm going to try to fix that and help you with it. And I was like, oh, really? He was like, yeah, I'll tweet out again, even though I've messaged and said the same thing already. I was like, I'll tweet out again and I'll tell people to stop. And you know what? I think it would be a good idea if we publicly showed people that we were cool, because if we're cool, then there's no reason for people to harass you on my behalf. Like, that would just be weird of them. And I was like, that's true. And usually people are just like, fuck you publicly. And then, camera? Where was I at? Oh, yes. So a lot of people have said sorry, and then they're just like, haha, good luck. Glad we're cool now. But let me just profit off of shitting on you for weeks. But we cool, right? But he was actually like, no, like, let's try to fix this somehow. He was like, if we did something and just showed people that we're cool, then I think all of this will really blow over. And I was like, you know what? That's true. So he was coming to LA the week later. So we met up. And here's the big surprise. We actually, not only did we eat burgers together, take a photo on Twitter, we filmed a whole video for his channel, which you guys will see soon-ish, sometime in the next week or two, depending on when his editors get ready. Please, I've already seen like 3 messages that are like, kissed, married, in love. Stop. Stop it. Cut it. Anyways, we filmed a video that was actually, I don't know, I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought it was funny. And I genuinely, okay, for someone who caused so much turmoil in my life, he was really fun to hang out with. He was really nice in person. And I think I better understand him. Like, all the stuff that he said, he was like, you know, when we were talking on the phone, he was like, I swear, like, I'm not actually misogynistic or sexist or whatever. Like, and then he told me his history with his mom and how she raised him, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, I explained to him, I was like, okay, I understand and I believe you, but I need you to understand how some of the things that you said were sexist or misogynistic. And he was like, oh, I get it. Like, I get it. So, you know, sometimes people just need to be taught certain things. And I learned some things from him. He learned some things from me. There is a funny tweet that will come out when his video comes out. And yeah, we actually like really enjoyed hanging out. I would be so down to hang out with him again. It was good. And I think he's going to be on his redemption arc. Yeah, he's going to be on his redemption arc. Things will be better from here on out. Yeah, oh my God, you guys are actually gonna love the video because we kind of clown on that in the video. We're like, yo, they're just gonna be so mad. We're fucking chilling and he just took the biggest L from this situation. But it's also like, part of me thinks that's funny and then part of me is like, but it's also like their own fault. They literally could have said, sorry, we didn't know what was going on. And I would have been like, cool. But instead they're like, none of that happened and we're suing you. Okay, here's the VOD and here's my lawyer's contact. What do you... So, okay. Yeah. But I think you guys will like the video. It was a good time. It was some good memes. Yeah. It was just a big mistake. You're making a big